Last time on Roll for Distraction.
As the boys enter, and as Cirilla enters, because she was out of the loop on all this, I'm gonna cast message again to let her know that there's illusions afoot.
I do recall there being a dwarf here yesterday. I don't actually know what happened to him. He was speaking to the proprietors of this place, one of them at least. The 3 elves. They refer to
three,
themselves.
You say? Hang on.
They refer to themselves as sisters.
Real quick, out of character, the reason that I'm incredibly sus right now. I guessed at the end of last session that they might be hags.
They're a trio.
They always operate in groups of 3.
Oh, shit.
Thing.
Hags.
Oh, shit.
Fruit.
I will walk out, and then
that mean?
I'm going to go into my room.
Your changing room? Okay.
Yep, it's my changing
What are you
room.
doing? Oh,
And
no. Oh no.
I'm going to become our dwarf friend.
Wait, Citadel or
No.
Falthrax? Okay. I'll say he's not our dwarf
Falthrax.
friend. We've never met him. He's our dwarf.
He's your
target.
query. He's who you're looking
Quarry.
for.
He's our target.
You are being taken into the tower. Are you going with them into the tower, or are you going to do something?
Did they give me time to put on any, clothes?
They
or
let you put on a
anything?
towel. Crassus, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's a 7.
You are turned into a rat and put in a bag.
No!
Oh, good. Polymorph.
Also, you can get another window, right?
I think. Oh no!
Okay, everyone roll initiative.
That happened.
Oh,
He's got 11 necrotic damage.
Dead. And as they collapse, you see their form turn into that of a scarecrow, something you fought before. 2 gargoyles come down.
Called it.
So I'm going to activate my Radiance of the Dawn.
Over the edge, you see
Oh,
2
no.
gorgeous-looking elves, a wood elf and
They're
a moon elf.
elves, right?
And you also take
Uh-oh.
Mark's gotta be
Is
unconscious.
31 psychic damage.
Umak's about to...
Holy shit.
Oh. Oh.
I
You fail.
Great.
As you feel
I'm dead as
you feel this charm take hold.
I am going to cast invisibility and run into the woods.
All right. So they're each going to get an opportunity attack on you, but only one. 5 and 7.
I'm down.
That's the most successful combat I've ever had as a DM.
well, congratulations.
This is Idris, teleported to south end of woods, south of Silvery Moon. Temple Restful Lily. Attacked by strong mages. Others captured. Need backup ASAP.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, John.
Man, this went to shit in a handbasket, didn't it?
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Is that a phrase? Is that a thing people say?
The phrase is to hell in a
Hell in a
handbasket.
handbasket.
Okay.
But we
it
went one
went-
step beyond.
You did.
I should say real quick before we get too far into this, if my voice sounds funny, it's because I'm sick. But just think of it as me role-playing Zidrus really well, because he has 1 hit point at the moment. This is just what I sound like when my health is
We're
low.
not even gonna.
Not when I can't breathe.
Last time on Roll for Distraction, the party, they made some bold moves.
I jumped through a window.
And it
We
did not end well
almost
for them.
died.
With Crassus, Clark Germanicus, Cirilla, and Umak all being captured. Zid being
I'm in danger.
Zid being the sole escapee, and with 1 hit point at that.
Yeah. We basically effectively had 1 hit point for the party.
That's really what happened. There was a combat that they were not ready to happen the way it did, and then it did not go well.
John was not expecting it to happen.
I was
either.
not. I was expecting that episode to be investigations and discussions, but I was
Yeah,
prepared.
that's for pussies.
I was prepared for violence. You were not.
We chose violence unintentionally.
All I
Yeah.
did was jump through a window, alright? You know?
Umak felt pretty intentional, actually.
The rest of us just followed.
Zid escaped into the woods and sent a message on his sending stones to their ally in Candlekeep, Thoradin, who was going to respond as follows.
On your left.
Stop!
No, not yet. Zidrus, remain hidden. Assistance will arrive within 16 hours. Please keep yourself safe and alive until then. You and your party will not be abandoned. The first thing that's going to happen, because there's a timer on that, is Crassus is trapped as a rat in a cage, and in about 45 minutes the polymorph will wear off.
Oh no.
As the time ticks down, he's not really aware of it because his mental stats are also altered. And then, in a blink,
Squeak, 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 squeak.
you are standing in what to you appears to be a 10 by 10 cage. The room you're in, beyond that cage, looks very big.
Oh, the cage expanded with him?
No, the cage didn't expand.
He's tiny.
The cage has shrunk you down to a tiny
You are
creature.
a tiny man.
Honey, I shrunk the warlock.
It's Ant-Man!
Well, now, this is
Well, this is a fine pickle.
So, Colin, I'm going to let you sit with that, and I'm going to go over to Zid, who has sent that message and received his response.
I would like to search for some sort of natural outcropping within which to hide my person.
Okay. Can you make a survival check?
Alright, that's a respectable 15.
Okay, you find what looks like an area with some fallen trees that you might be able to use for cover.
Yeah, basically I'll stay awake until I get sleepy. If I feel like something is approaching, I can use a minor illusion to cover the hole. And then when I do need to sleep, because I'm a elf, I only need to do it for 4 hours. And I can have the familiar keep watch for me.
Your familiar can be on overwatch for you, just flying around and scouting the area, alerting you if anything comes your way. Can you have your familiar make a perception check?
That's an unnatural 20. Good job, bird.
Other than wildlife, the coast is clear.
Cool.
It would appear they chose not to pursue. Crassus, you do still look like the dwarf because
you're a
you're
changeling.
changed.
And that is the form.
Yeah, so
yes.
you are
you're
in that cage.
Falthrax.
It looks like
I'm sorry, you're Falthrax.
you are in that
Carry on.
cage with access to all of your things.
all right. Let's go perception check. What am I seeing around me?
In the room, you see two of the elves, who you are pretty sure are hags now, and what appears to be a very large dog.
By very large, is it very large in my perspective, or is it like
It is a medium
very
creature.
large to a normal person? Okay.
Just a large breed of dog, yeah.
Crassus will just be like, why am I in this cage?
Okay.
I was
Are
just
you-
trying to enjoy my
Oh.
time in your spa.
Ah, you're awake.
I mean, I've been awake this entire time. You turned me into a newt.
What?
No.
That's not what happened.
I guess Falthrax is not proficient in nature.
Apparently not.
Falthrax is not proficient in animals, apparently. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. I'm proficient in those.
Didn't help you last time.
15.
You succeed.
Do I know what they were trying to do?
You felt what you can only describe as someone prying at your mind.
That's not very nice. My mind's a pretty dirty place.
Interesting. Very interesting. Oh well. You're in there. We're out here. Not a problem.
Nana poo poo.
And they go back to having a conversation. What are we going to do about... And the conversation... I'm not going to talk to myself in two different people's voices. The conversation amounts to... Well, that was unexpected. What are we going to do about this? Huh. And that's really the long and the short of it. Crassus, they just leave you in that little thing. So I don't know what you're going to... What do you do?
Honestly, I think Crassus would probably just kind of wait and hope that there is actually a connection between his hex weapon and Celise, and she might send him help.
What if we had a canoe?
What?
Brian?
What?
You can't say, we have canoe, and then I say what, and you say nothing.
No, Brian,
I said
we
what
don't
if,
have-
what if we had a canoe?
We don't, because I didn't want to pay the money to get a boat put back on my cape. I do have a couple of ideas, though, so...
We are going to go to the rest of the party's location. Clark Demonicus, you wake up first.
Dead. I'm dead.
You are
Well, you want to wake up.
you are stripped of your armor and weapons. You are wearing nothing but clothes.
And the helmet.
For some reason,
They respect my religious
for
rights.
some unknown reason, they left the helmet.
Huh.
Yeah.
They
They
know.
couldn't get it off. It's actually enchanted.
They tried taking the helmet off and got burned by Lathander.
They took the helmet off and there was another helmet underneath.
You wake up.
Second helmet.
You still only have 1 hit point. Your arms are bound at the wrist and elbow, and then to your chest.
Oh.
Your legs are bound at the ankles and knees, and you are laying on your side on the ground.
Are the hags, elf people there?
No, you are
Or
in
am I
a
in a
dimly
room
lit
alone?
room, and where you are, make a perception check at disadvantage.
That's a 10, baby.
Alright, yeah, you're in a dimly lit room, you don't know where the others are. About 10 minutes pass, and you kind of hear rustling as, Umak, you come to, also stripped of your armor and weapons, arms and legs bound in the same way, laying on your side. And you, without having to make a perception check, see Cyrilla, who is stripped of armor and weapons, bound in the same way.
Great.
But she's conscious and just seems to be kind of okay with it, because mind control.
Yeah.
Where the hell are we?
Clark Dramaticus, you hear Umak say, "Where the hell are we?"
Umak, is that you?
Hello?
Oh my God.
And then
Where
Clark
are we?
Dramaticus, I assume you roll this way, and then you can see them.
Where the hell are we? How do we get out of here? Where's everyone?
I think we're all in this room. I think.
Oh, very perceptive, my friend.
Also,
I was
this
gonna
room
say,
has no
I'm-
windows.
I was gonna say, am I completely out of this right now?
No,
Because,
no,
like,
you're still under mind control, so...
I know, okay. So I'm just...
No,
and
you
when
can
I-
talk with them and engage as normal. You're not in combat.
Hey, Cyrilla,
right
are
now.
you still under mind control?
You have no idea you're under mind control.
Okay, I didn't even hear what he said, so that's why I was confused. Sorry. Say that again?
See, she's playing to the character, I see. I said, are you under mind control still?
Am I what?
Can I scoot over to
What did they
Umak and be
do?
like, Umak,
Skeet.
I think she might still be under mind control.
Why are
Oh.
you whispering?
My.
This
God.
is guy talk only, okay? So,
We're talking
No
about
girls
penises.
allowed.
It's alright.
Then why are you right
Yeah.
next to me? Go over on the other side if you want to have a private conversation.
you know, why don't you go to the other side? Umak, do you have anything
Where
sharp?
are we? Also, yes, my teeth. Can I
Yeah.
gnaw them off?
Aren't you also tied? What's
Yeah.
going on here?
But they're behind my back, so if I gnaw at your rope, I can untie you, and then you can untie me.
Yeah,
Let's try that. Can I...
do
Um,
it.
Do I need to roll to gnaw?
Hold on. Hearing the ruckus of you guys rolling around,
Great job, guys.
these two come into the room,
Rolling around
see that
at
you
the
are-
speed of sound.
Rolling?
see that one of you is trying to chew on the ropes,
rolling,
and
rolling.
they
River.
gag Umak and Cyrilla.
Why me?
Wait, who's
can't do it to Clark, I
wait,
guess.
who walked in?
Two of the beautiful elves that you know are scarecrows.
Ah, wait, can I talk to them real quick?
You can try.
Can I say that I want the special service package?
They just
We're beyond
they
that
lift your
point.
helmet up, put a gag in your mouth too, and then put it down.
Oh,
No,
the
they can't do that.
Mandalorian, no!
Sacrilege!
Another appearance from Clark's chin.
Mhm.
And now that you are all gagged, we're going to go away from this scene. Zid, you awake, and you're aware that about 8 hours has passed since the incident. You receive a message. Zindris, I do not have your location and do not know where to send the people I'm gathering.
Can I just say that I'll walk back toward the temple, and I'll say, I will meet them 1,000 feet south of the temple in about an hour.
Okay, so you respond with that. You receive another message. 1,000 feet south of the temple is okay. 4 more hours. Be a little ahead of schedule.
I'll say, okay, copy that.
Alright, everyone else, you are feeling kind of like shit. It's been a couple hours,
Yeah.
Feel like shit.
and you decide that a rest is in order. Crassus, You're okay. You didn't actually fight. You didn't really use any resources. If you would like to stay up, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll just kind of bide my time.
I'm passing out.
So Zid, you are going to take the full 4 hours to very carefully and stealthily
Yes,
make
I
your
will
way back.
do the slow travel
And
pace.
I'm going to say you will have an advantage on stealth for getting to where you need to go.
A 24.
Okay, you get to within 1,000 feet of the temple. You spend your last bit of time waiting nervously.
Watching, waiting,
Your
waiting.
observations of the temple are, you're far away, but you don't see anything on the outside. It looks like the window that you had broken through has been repaired, and it looks like shutters are closed on all the windows.
How tall is the temple?
The temple is only 1 floor, but the building is about 2 stories. If
Okay.
Big
that makes
ceilings.
sense, yes. You get a final message from Thoradin. They will be there momentarily. Good luck. Da 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 da.
Dun, dun,
Na
dun,
na
dun.
na na
Dun,
na
dun, dun, dun,
na. Bwah.
I space out for 1
Avengers!
second, and all of a sudden,
We should explain who the fuck these people are.
Yeah.
And coming through what appears to be not a portal, but an arcane gate. Just some guy.
That was some guy.
Morkior, that's you.
what do you mean just some guy?
You're
Oh,
a
we're down
human
here.
man, right?
You're the most ordinary looking man. He's a high elf.
High elf.
But like,
Sorry.
Hello, that's me. My character's name is now Morkior Venkelbottom Jr. He was an old character from, I believe, our Avernus campaign that we did many moons ago. I believe he's an artillerist artificer, high elf, and he does the shooties with his gun. That's pretty much all I remember about him.
that's about it, actually.
Yeah.
Next through the portal, a wood elf.
Well, alright, so we have Vanya Dekan. She is from the last campaign we did, the Icewind Dale campaign. She is a smuggler. She also has a really awesome laser pistol now. Long story, we kind of dealt with aliens a little bit. And yeah, that's basically her. Oh, and she is, I know this won't pertain to this, but I love it. She is also an owlbear whisperer.
Next through the portal becomes are you a bronze or gold dragonborn? Copper.
Oh,
Yeah.
neither.
A copper dragonborn.
Yes, that is me. This is Dragadorn. Yeah, he's a copper dragon. He's a rogue. He was from our Avernus campaign, which is not recorded. And he's got acid breath. He's got a couple of different weapons, but he's got a new Sunblade, which is the most powerful weapon now in his arsenal, which we may see him using quite a lot of.
Hey. Fucking better.
I mean,
Yeah, we're
give a
gonna
man
use
a
that
lightsaber.
one.
Yeah.
Probably gonna just use that.
And the final one to come through the portal is a Warforged, carrying a very, very large gun.
Really quick for the audience, a Warforged is basically a robot. They're like golems, but better.
Getting ASMR in my ears right now.
It's really, you wouldn't want me talking in your ear right now because I'm sick and I'd probably cough into it.
So this is Delta. He is also a artificer. He's my character from one of my characters from Ghosts of Saltmarsh. You may come to realize I tend to swap characters a decent amount, just because it's more interesting that way.
Colin is that guy.
He's also an artillerist artificer. He has a very big gun. Some people may know it as Bad News from such awesome things as Critical Role. Yeah, he serves Celise, which is the same wizard that Crassus serves, and he is one of her elite shock troopers.
This is the party that you'll be operating with this evening. But wait! The final creature to
Oh,
come
yeah.
through the portal.
What?
Standing about 3 feet tall,
A surprise
red
guest.
Oh
and
my
scaled.
No!
Yes!
Oh, Vanya,
Is
it's
it
been
Gek?
too fucking long. Let's fucking go.
Gek!
Quick recap again for the audience. Gek is a he was a sidekick character in Icewind Dale, so he knows Vanya. and we were joking that it would be funny if he showed up here because we happened to run into another kobold.
And we
And,
love
well, here we
Gek.
are.
Absolutely love this little guy.
Gek is still dual wielding his pistols. There's
Ah.
one person here not using a gun, they're using a fucking lightsaber.
And there's
And I
me.
have a laser
but-
pistol.
That's a gun.
So hold on. So before we start heading over there, Morkir's gonna take out his staff, and then he's gonna use his ability of spell storing item, and he's gonna put cure wounds into the staff and give it to Zidrus. Here you go. Stay in the back. If we get hurt, use that.
I'll go, yes, sir. And I'll get behind you guys and I'll say, I believe it's my hunch that we're dealing with hags. 3 of them, as is tradition, as well as I believe they have a Cambion supporting them. It has quite a powerful charmer, so I would recommend we take that out first if you see it.
Lovely.
Demons.
They are supported by a number of scarecrows. We took out a couple, but I think they have a few left. Not the greatest threats, but just a large number of them. It's possible there's other things, but that's what I had eyes on.
Gargoyles.
Oh, right, there were also 2
It's a
gargoyles.
big thing. We are not in initiative yet. What is your plan of attack for this place?
I have a plan. Attack.
Go loud.
I have a plan. Attack. How did that go the last time, Brian?
Boom.
I didn't even attack. I just jumped through a window. And does Zidrus know where they had been taken?
Not entirely true. I know that they took Crassus to the tower. Therefore, I would suspect that that would be where they would keep the others once captured as well.
So then why don't we go around and go like from the back? It's not like fenced in or anything, right, John?
No.
No? Alright, so I say we go to the back of the building, from the back, from the north.
Delta will chime up.
Speaking
My
robot voice.
instructions were
Robot
to...
voice.
I'm doing robot voice. My instructions were to rescue the entity known as Crassus. All other entities are collateral.
Your instructions in total were to rescue the party. Crassus is priority, but you are to rescue the party.
Okay.
You were given no
Sad
instructions
You
about
feelings.
sound
hostages.
so disappointed.
Yeah, that sounds disappointing that you
Reconfiguring.
can't kill the other characters.
Reconfiguring. Beep, boop, beep, bop,
Reconfiguring
beep,
mission
bop.
parameters.
We go from the back. We go from behind.
Do we want to approach from, say, the northwest so that we can kind of use the small temple as cover on the way to the
Yeah,
tower?
we're gonna want cover for this.
Can I send my lord to do a sweep?
Yes, you can.
My board.
Boy,
You notice that all windows are shuttered.
Any alternate entrances to the tower at all, or is it just
Tower
a front
has
door?
a front door, and the temple does actually have a back door.
I've heard the Cambion's voice speak before a pretty good amount,
Yes.
right?
You had a long conversation with him about your appointment that you never made it to.
Could I turn invisible, as I
Yes.
always can, go up to the door of the tower, use minor illusion to imitate the voice of the Cambion, to lure the hags out into the open, perhaps?
You could try.
So I'll propose that plan to the rest of them, and I'll say, if you could all take up positions to be ready to fire on that front door.
fire at will.
I think I can lure them out.
With that, Delta will cast invisibility on himself.
So I'm going to need everyone to make stealth checks at advantage. Delta, you don't have to make a stealth check. You're invisible.
I am as
Zid,
well.
I know what you're doing. Right? You're doing the thing. So
So Zidrus will scurry up to the door invisibly, with Draga behind him. He will open it a crack. He will cast minor illusion, which will break the invisibility, but that's okay. I can cast it again if I have to. And he will imitate the concierge's voice to say, "Mistresses, could you come down for a moment? There's something I need you to look at. It's a bit urgent."
Okay. A few seconds pass. You hear footsteps inside the door. You hear footsteps walking away from the door. Then footsteps walking back towards the door.
Oh, hey John. Delta would have placed the tower in prep to be activated.
Can Vanya be up in the tree to get some height?
Absolutely. About 30 seconds pass, and nothing has happened. Can I get perception checks from everyone?
I rolled an 18, and it's a plus 15 for me.
Plus 15? Okay. Yes.
Gek rolled an 18, so
There
go
is
Gek. I
enough
guess Gek's season
awareness
2.
that you see 2 stone golems crawling slowly across the roof. Not stone golems, gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
Another 30 seconds pass.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Drage, I'm going to need you to make a stealth check at disadvantage, because you are kind of out there.
Kind of out in the open. Yeah.
19.
Total?
Damn.
Yep, at disadvantage.
Okay. These stone golems, nothing. Just scanning
The
the horizon. Gargoyles are scanning the horizon.
Drage,
Mm-hmm.
use your sun sword to break the door down.
Wait, is the door not open? I
No.
thought the door was open. That's why he
No.
yelled through. All right.
Well, it seems to be unlocked, but it is not just sitting open now.
Well, then why would I
Reach
use
and
my
clear.
sword to? Why would I use
None
my
of you
sword?
I
actually
don't know, I
checked
didn't
the
know it
door.
was
You
locked.
don't know if it's locked or not.
All right, I'm gonna check the door.
I thought
would like
Citrus
to-
opened it.
No. You said that you,
That's what I
you
said.
said that you yelled. You said that you did the voice through the door.
The doorway.
Like through the door
Okay,
hole.
those
Yeah.
are different.
Everyone else agrees
At
with
no
me.
time did you say you opened the door.
I did. I say I opened the door a little
I-
and yell into it.
Why are we arguing in front of our fans?
That's what they're
'Cause
here
that's
for.
what the point. You could post in the comics whether Vigna said he opened the door or not.
I mean, regardless, he can just put it in and post.
So Citrus will scurry up to the door invisibly with Draga behind him. He will open it a crack, open it a crack, open it a crack.
The door's locked.
Great. I'm gonna take out my sun sword, my lightsaber.
And you have
and
Brian, you're a rogue.
I'm going to lockpick.
I'm gonna pick the lock with a laser sword.
Natural 1, baby.
Oh, we're fucked.
Amazing.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
19.
Okay. As he goes
the
to
door's
pick the
trapped.
lock, an arcane glyph explodes.
Rogues don't take
evasion.
half damage from dex save stuff. They just take no damage if they succeed.
Oh, great, and I succeeded.
Yeah.
Huzzah.
Okay. An explosion that looks like about 2/3 of a fireball envelops a 20-foot radius around the door. Drage did a timed roll of it so that he managed to frame perfect avoid the damage.
Yeah. He's iPhone.
Yeah.
He Elden Ring rolled
Yep,
out of it.
That's the thing. The golems.
Yep. Golems.
I keep saying
you.
golems.
Scarecrows.
Gargoyles.
There it is.
We are going to be in initiative order now.
Ayo.
Okay.
They're going to close that distance, and then initiative is going to start. Morkior, you are up first.
Morkior, that's me. I'm Morkior. I'm behind the tree. I can see these 2 gargoyles just bum rushing Drage, correct? So I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost and shoot it out of my gun. That's 30.
Jeez.
Oh!
30 damage. I rolled 2 8s and 2 7s. Tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming.
And that's your turn?
No. Bonus action. My Eldritch Cannon gets to
Okay.
go. That's a 1.
Okay, so miss. Alright, next we're gonna go Delta, you are up.
Cool. I guess seeing combat start, Delta's going to say the command word, and Darren's instant fortress appears in a Protoss warp.
In a what?
And then
You know what?
You know what now?
You know what?
The fuck did you just call me?
What'd you just say
I
about my
feel
mother?
offended.
he'll move inside the fortress, seal the door, and then climb up to the top. So that's all I got. There's just a tower here right now.
Next to act are the gargoyles, who are going to take 4 attacks, all on Drage. A total of 12 piercing damage as their claws don't make it past you, but they both bite, one onto your leg and one onto your shoulder. It is your turn, Drage.
So I'm gonna take out my Sunblade, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to have the blade come out of the handle. I'm going to roll a 17 to hit.
That hits.
So 9 damage.
You're attacking the one that was already hit, yes?
The one on my left.
Yes. Vanya, you are up.
I'm gonna shoot my laser pistol at him. He is just within range.
Okay.
That's a 13 to hit.
That is a miss.
Fuck.
As a red beam of light streaks out of the tree and hits the ground next to it.
I fired and then I missed.
Bursting out of the door here and dashing at Morkier are 2 of those.
2 of those. What are those? You gotta describe them, John.
The hot elves.
Okay.
Hot ones.
So I'm gonna say that I have my shield out with my gun.
Okay. The other elf with the wings comes out and positions himself on the roof and is going to take his 2 attacks at range on Drage. You take 13 fire damage.
Can I say no?
You can use a reaction to have that damage.
Haha, I say no to that and I have it.
The next 2 of them are going to rush out also at Morkior. They are not getting attacks this round because they are dashing. You see 2 more elves come out and position themselves on the roof after flying off the ground. I need 2 wisdom saving throws from Drage, because he's the only one really visible.
16 and 8.
3 psychic damage, and have disadvantage on your next attack roll. The green one is going to come out this door. What looks like a very large dog. The hound, as it follows its master out the door, is going to close distance and make its attacks on Zid. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. It's actually going to stop.
Attacks
It's going
work,
to stop
but
there,
okay.
and it's going to make a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 18.
It exhales a cone of flame.
Okay. Great.
You take 23 halved.
Fuck. Alright, well, this will just be dead again, I guess.
You take 12. No, 11. It rounds
11.
down. 11.
Yeah,
11
still.
fire damage.
Do they appear in hag form,
No.
or is it still hot
They're
lady
still
elf
hot lady
form?
elf form. The hag is also just going to viciously mock you. So make a wisdom saving throw.
Wow, natural 20.
Okay,
Fuck you.
Okay.
Your words can't hurt me.
My words can't hurt you yet. Zid, you're up.
I turn invisible again. I'm just gonna kind of stay right about here for now. I'm gonna send my familiar to where Draga is so he can get his sneak attacks in. And then Gek will just maneuver himself in the tree a little bit and take 2 shots at the hag who just came out of the tower. So he will provide Vanya with advantage on her next attack.
Hey.
Yeah, helpful. And then he will shoot. It's 17 damage
Yeah.
Dang.
on the first one, and then the second one will not have any bonus damage. That's a 15 to hit.
That is a miss. And we are back up at the top with Morkier.
I'm seeing that I am surrounded. I'm going to use my special ability of Boots of the Winding Path or whatever, and teleport 15 feet away. Hey, look, I'm gonna put a fireball right here to see that these are all hit. You must be in a DC 18 fireball dex
Be honest.
save.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna roll 3. I'm gonna roll 6 of them for the scarecrows. 7 of them for the scarecrows first.
7 scarecrows, and both gargoyles are being caught in this blast.
We got 39 fire damage.
Jesus Christ!
That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty high.
Bang.
4 of them die instantly. Gerard, you still have your turn.
I'm gonna shoot at the gargoyle. That is 17 force damage,
Jesus.
and he's pushed 5 feet away.
It is the Cambrian's turn. Who is going...
Cambrian, that's a word.
What?
There's no R.
It is the Cambrian Explosion's turn. It is going to take its 2 shot. It's going to take 1 shot on Zid and 1 shot... Oh no, we can't see Zid.
I'm
It's
invisible.
going to take 2 shots on Dragon. 12 and 14 fire damage. Those are separate things. You cannot have both.
No, I can't. I haven't been my turn yet.
Okay, so then you're just taking the full damage from both. Delta, you are up.
Bad news, shooting at number 8 at advantage because
Okay.
I'm still invisible with sharpshooter.
They're not in cover from you because you're above them.
So that's going to be 19 plus 7, 26 plus 10, 36
Good
piercing
God.
damage. And then bonus action, arcane cannon. That's gonna miss.
Okay. Next are the gargoyles.
Gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Before you move beyond, Crassus chilling in his
Oh boy.
cage
Crassus having
would
heard
like
combat
to now.
Okay.
Oh no, what's he doing?
Yep. Would like to now summon his hex weapon. In this form, I would like a blunderbuss to master key the lock open. Natural 20.
Roll damage.
22 piercing damage.
Okay. The lock is destroyed.
Cool. And Crassus will hop out of the
Okay.
cage. Does he return to normal size?
Yes. And that gargoyle is going to go and just start whacking on Drage again. 6 slashing damage. Drage, it's your turn.
My acid breath. Can I move like here-ish and like if I want to do acid breath go on this?
Yeah, that's fine. You can hit them. You can hit them both with that.
That's a gargoyle, a scarecrow, and one hag, and another scarecrow and the dog.
The dog, yeah. You'd hit all
So
of them.
Quite a
7, 4,
variety
10,
pack
and
here.
17 damage.
Fail, and the dog succeeds. So the other 3 fail.
Not bad. Just.
The gargoyle is taken out of commission.
You just like shout acid into it at like high pressure and burn a hole in it. Like.
Vanya, you are up. You have advantage on your attack.
Yes, I do. And what is number 10 again?
That's the hag.
One of the
Alright.
hags.
That's a hag.
I'm taking a shot at this bitch. 40 damage.
Whoo! She is not looking good. It is now
Finish her off,
the
Gector.
Scarecrow's turn, and we get 6 attacks on that.
Come at me.
You take 14 slashing damage total.
Ouch.
8 slashing damage on Drage.
8.
8, yes. It is now the hag's turn. Seeing the situation deteriorating, time for the big dams.
Yeah, real
Ah,
spells.
damn.
We're gonna get a 6th level lightning bolt on this line.
Good lord.
Oh, no.
What line?
Wouldn't that also hit
They
their own men?
Are
That
not worried about those corpses. They saw everything. They saw
They don't
everything
give a
that already
shit.
hit them. So I'm just gonna say they're all just going to die. They don't have a lot left.
You might actually hit every scarecrow.
I'm just gonna say that this is an angry firebolt or a lightning bolt.
Should my bird make a dex save? Not that it matters.
Your
It's
bird
dead.
is, the bird's just going down.
Hey, Gerard and Brian, roll dex saves.
21.
Okay, so you both succeed. All 4 scarecrows are taken.
Drago takes no damage because, again, high level rogue. Dexterity save
And
effect.
Gerard,
He just fucking Neos
you
it.
are going to take 18 damage. That is halved already, so you take the full 18.
That could have been a lot worse.
The other 2 hags are going to go. Delta, can you make a wisdom saving throw for me?
Natty 20, baby.
You shake off the feelings of wrath.
I would have died laughing if you got polymorphed into a rat as 2 characters in 2 sessions back to back. Colin, can you just fail that for the content?
No.
Hey, look, I made you some content.
The other one is going to do a 4th level lightning bolt at this tree, having seen a laser pop out of the tree.
Oh, no.
So I need Gek and Vanya to make dexterity saving throws.
Ah, shit, a lightning bolt.
Oh, no.
Roll carefully, Vigno. I don't think Gek has enough health.
Gek with the +9 to dexterity saving throws for a total of
I rolled a
26.
natural.
He succeeds it
Damn.
twice.
I was gonna say.
Their DC is not high.
I was gonna say.
No,
I'm
yeah,
an
Gek
11.
has
evasion.
I feel like I fucked up.
Okay, so you
And
fail.
Gek also has evasion, so
So Gek takes none. Vanya, you take 11.
Okay, that means nothing. I'm at 100.
Yeah. Zid, you are up.
did I see her lock the door behind her when she came out, or no?
No.
Okay, can I go in?
You can. She will get an opportunity attack. Her.
Oh.
I'm invisible.
Oh, right.
Never mind.
Bitch ain't gonna do nothing. She might see the door
you walk
open
in the
and close,
door
but
and
she...
you see
Francis.
So Crassus, who is disguised as Falthrax, he'll see the door open and shut by itself, seemingly.
He will.
And then he'll just hear Zidrus's voice go, Crassus, is that you?
Yep. They had me in a cage. I broke
That's the
free.
whole interaction.
Go stab that hag. And then I'm gonna continue inward.
Okay. All right, and it is now.
And then it's Gek's turn. Hang on. Hold the
Hey,
fucking
my
phone.
boy!
Gek will provide helpful to Vanya. And then bang bang pow pow upon the hag.
Okay.
Ooh, one shy of maximum damage.
What the fuck?
A 10 on the D10, a 6 on the 1D6, a 5 on the other.
Oof.
Can't make this shit up. Yeah, 26.
26. And with that,
Yes.
Gek, smile, you son of a bitch. Domed headshot.
My boy! I just like elbow over the side.
Takes off a chunk of the top of her head, and they fall to the ground, dead.
Dope. One down. Then he will turn his gun toward the Cambion on the roof, his other pistol. No special sneak attacks or
He does
anything
not have a
here,
clear
but-
shot because of the tree.
Can you hop to the other
There's
tree?
another tree here that
Okay.
is not in a line.
Then he'll just shoot the dog.
Okay.
That sounds so awful.
Which is
I don't
starting
like
to
that.
exhibit black
I assume it's just a
black
hellhound
spikes on
disguised
its
as a
back
regular
and
dog.
red eyes
Yeah.
and very large teeth.
Yeah. Wow, not bad again. 14. Rolled a 9 on the D10.
Is it dead?
Gek, you beautiful little man, you. Alright.
Morkior, we are back to you. This is round 3.
Wow.
Morkior's gonna move up a bit, and Morkior is going to cast. What's the spell I was gonna cast?
Fireball.
No, I was gonna cast Scorching Ray, and I'm gonna throw all 3 of them at number 9.
They have partial cover from where you are. There's kind of like a lip on the thing, and you're on the
Hold on.
ground. They're 2 stories up behind you. So they have partial
That will
cover.
provide a plus 2 to their AC.
Yes.
Do it.
I'm still going for it. I'm gonna roll all 3 at once. That one's a 17.
That's a miss.
That's a 19.
That is a hit.
That's a 20. That's a 30 actually.
Holy shit.
Good lord.
30 to hit. Yeah, I think that hits.
Shit.
Oh boy.
So you have 2 hits.
30 fire damage. Force turret. 21 to hit. 14 force damage.
They're not looking good.
Woot.
I need to say who's next. It's the Cambrian.
You do.
Yes.
It's still not a word.
Cambion. I keep adding a fucking
There you go.
R. Can I get a wisdom saving throw from Morkier?
20 unnatural.
Yeah, that works. Delta, you are up.
Fireball.
Yeah.
Okay. They both succeed.
Half
So
damage.
half damage. And then we're gonna shoot her.
Okay.
14 to hit, I assume does not hit.
No. Oh no, right. Crassus. Crassus is in play. Crassus is happening.
Crassus will stick his head
I
out.
see the corpse of a hag.
He'll see a hag missing a top third of her head.
Ew.
Sorry, my orders were outdated.
He'll spit on her corpse.
Okay.
Well, what's
That's
this
a-
guy?
That's
It's
a hellhound.
The Hellhound? Eldritch Blast number 9. Whole 1 force damage. Let's go.
Darge, you are up. I got very confused.
Darge.
Rage. God damn. Look, man.
Hey, John.
Yes?
I acknowledge and appreciate all the work you put in.
Thanks.
I'm gonna use my lightsaber. I rolled a 14.
That's a miss.
All right,
Vanya, you are up. John, you're on deck.
I am attacking the Hellhound with my pistol, so that is 22, 33.
You shoot it, and you get it right through the top, like, back of the shoulder blades, and it collapses
Yo.
face first to the ground. Alright. It is the Haggis' turn. They
Haagen-Dazs.
are gonna fucking cut their losses
Yeet themselves
As they
from
should.
here.
and duck behind here. Okay, you
No.
still see them. They go over here. You see the one of them pull out a scroll, and then a portal opens here, and they disappear. But the portal is still there.
What did we learn about just jumping through mysterious portals?
I'm
not
stating
chasing
that the
them.
portal is still there because the Cambrian is still in play. Zid, you are up.
Cambion.
Cambion. I keep adding a goddamn R. Zid, you're up.
Zidrus will, I suppose, at this point, arrive at the second floor of the building. Let me just... And then if you look at where I'm standing, John, if I open this window, can I see the Cambion?
Yes.
I'm just gonna run up, open the window, cast a magic missile at 2nd level at the Cambion.
Okay.
Just because fuck that guy. 14 force damage.
Okay.
And then I will dip out from behind the window again, and presumably open this door, and observe my friends. Yeah, you all just see the door open. Oh no, the magic missile does break my invisibility, so you do see Zidrus open the door. That will be Zidrus' turn. Can you get an angle, or no? Do I have to get out of the tree? 21 piercing damage.
Gets him right across the side of the face, and he did not like that. Like, it took off an ear.
Get down here and fight like a man!
There is a 3-foot-tall kobold in the nicest armor he's ever seen a kobold wearing, just shouting, "Fight down here, you motherfucker!" as he's just dual-wielding guns that
and
are
I
too
assume
big.
that at this, like, tall, handsome, like, 6'2" Cambion.
Yes.
Pew 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 pew.
It's like... okay.
A little less handsome now, I guess, but carry on.
We are back up at the top with Morkior.
Do we want to entrap him or do we want to kill him? We're gonna cast Odaluke's Resilient Sphere on the Cambion.
He fails. He is...
Cool.
Okay,
He is in the sphere. It is immune to all damage. The sphere is weightless and large enough for the creature inside. An enclosed creature can use this action to push the spheres on the sphere's wall and roll it half of the creature's speed.
Delta, you are up.
Cool.
Delta, catch up to him.
I'm going to cast Summon Construct. I'm going to drop
Summon Construct.
a Construct Spirit, and then have the Construct try and yeet him off the...
It is weightless, so you can pick it up.
It weighs whatever a Cambion weighs, which is about a human, so...
And he can't make a dex save. He can't make a save
prevent
against
being
me.
picked up, because he can't...
Nope.
He can't struggle. Yeah. He's just in a ball.
Strength of 18. Construct's just gonna walk him to the edge and drop him.
Which
Is it
won't
gonna
actually
bounce?
hurt, but now he won't
And
be able to
then-
get to the portal.
And then Delta will use his movement to get onto the roof.
Okay. That's combat. He's the only thing left in play. Delta, what are you doing with the sphere? You have 8 more rounds to do. Or not sphere, the portal. You have 8 rounds to do whatever you were planning on doing.
Cool. I'm gonna take my 6 normal grenades, string them together, and just yeet them through the portal as I'm pulling the pin. Actually, wait. Can I see through the portal? Can I see what's on the other side?
So you can see through the portal. You see the 2 hags waiting over there as if they're expecting the Cambion to follow.
Okay, then in that case, what I'm going to do is hand the grenades to my summoned construct and have him
self-unalive.
bomb into them.
Jesus.
Okay. How many d6 is each grenade?
3d6 each.
24 d6. No, 18 d6. I did that wrong. I did 4.
60.
60 grenade damage.
One of them is eviscerated, and the other is still standing because it looks like the one that was destroyed blocked part of it, which is why they had to chop it. It was the one of them. And the portal closes. Alright, so you have successfully captured the Cambion and confirmed destruction on 2 of the hags, one of which the bodies you still have.
Meanwhile, in the tower, you guys see Zidrus open the door and peek his head through. You guys?
Cyrillic, you are still under the effect of mind control. It has been less than 24 hours.
Fuck.
You're also, all 3 of you are still tied up, so I'm gonna untie the gentleman, and then say, let's get her outside and see if we can do anything
And I'm
about that.
trying to struggle against you guys.
Unless explicitly commanded to attack these people, you're not going to.
Okay, cool. All right.
But if your buddy says to, though,
Zidrus will just run around with his stick of healing that he has now
Bonk
and just
me.
boop everyone. Who's bonk, 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 bonk.
I think that went pretty well.
As always.
Yeah.
Delta will walk up to Crassus and just be like, "Hello, Crassus. The mistress sent me to save you. Although, it appears you do not need saving."
Aw.
Goodbye.
Towering
It
down.
just explodes.
It's like Baymax.
Shutting
Are
down.
Okay.
Are you satisfied with your care?
Without a word,
Okay.
Delta is then going to kneel down, and a ball of energy, Terminator style, he's just going to disappear.
Oh shit.
Good, that's one less character I have to have on screen. Any of you idiots know Lesser Restoration?
I think both Morcure and Clark Dominicus know it.
Can one of you try that on Sorella?
Please.
I feel like that might do it.
I mean, I'm just gonna have Morcure use Dispel Magic on her.
Please help me out, guys.
Look,
Would Dispel
It-
Magic work?
it does not... Can Dispel Magic end the Charmed condition?
No.
Lesser Restoration, then.
Well, it doesn't do Charmed. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. That's annoying. Can I just smack Sorella in the face until it
No!
Make an attack,
it'll be
make
like
an
the
attack
scene-
roll. Make
it'll-
a melee attack roll on Sorella.
What the fuck?
If you're just gonna
It'll be
do
the
that.
scene like an airplane.
That's a 16.
Sorella, what is your AC?
13, but I only have 4 hit points.
Okay, you take 1 point of damage, and the mind control wears off.
Thank you.
That's literally how that works.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Zid, what's your strength?
Don't you fucking kill me.
Negative.
Okay, then yeah, that's you take the minimum 1 damage as he punches you in the fucking face.
Hey.
That was a slap. Come on. Now.
You have to deal damage.
All right, then I punch her in the gut.
Okay,
Oh.
he gives you a harder than it should be punch for who he is into your
For how
stomach.
flimsy
And
I
I
am.
just throw up.
I just punch her in the gut, and then I twinkle my fingers, and I go, "Ooh, dispel magic."
You're like dispelled.
Scarlet,
It's just been dispelled.
Scarlet Witch Wiggly Woos.
You are back. You're like, oh, that feels
Holy
different.
shit.
You have a bad headache.
Uh-huh.
Your stomach hurts, and you
You have a
don't
bad
feel
stomach
I was
good.
gonna say, I threw up. It's not pretty.
And we're gonna end the episode there.
There we are.
Okay.
This
Good
is
lord.
the longest This could be 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's not gonna
I
be,
know.
but for the audience, just for reference, this recording has now been going on for 2 hours and 51 minutes as I say these
Yep.
words. I know the episode isn't that long.
For a 4-round combat.
Yep.
Time to stop.
Not
now,
yet.
hang on.
No.
Let's say goodbye.
Thank you
Goodbye.
for listening to this extra long episode. You're welcome, by the way.
With some special guests.
Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends and family. Tell everyone you know. Harass them. Get them to listen.
Okay.
Fun alive.
Your parents. Good night,
No,
everybody.
not that one. No.
Pennywise?
Happy,
Jesus.
happy
And-
Mother's
It's
Day.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Goodbye.
and cut.